Na papatvaya rasiya. Na papatvaya rasiya. Na papatvaya rasiya. Rigveda 7.32.18. 7.32.18. Na papatvaya rasiya. Rasiya is wealth. We have seen Raya, Raya is wealth, Raya, Rasiya, one and the same. Rasiya, wealth. Papatvaya na. Na is prohibitive. Na papatvaya. Rasiya is wealth. So whatever wealth I have, let it not be used for evil things. Papatvaya na. ಪದ್ಮ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಇಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ?
ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್.
ಏನ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ತುಂಬಾ ಡಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಕತ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತಂಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ರಾಸಿಯ ದ ವೆಲ್ತ್, ಪಾಪತ್ವಯನ ಲೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ evil things. With reference to wealth, we have got two things. One is earning wealth. Okay, earning wealth, it has to be in the right way. That we have discussed sufficiently, and we would have many such mantras. And the money what you have earned or the wealth what you have earned has to be spent on right ways. So that aspect also is just in this piece of the mantra. Papatvaya na. It should be spent on the right things. That is, we should not abuse or misuse our wealth. So what is use, what is abuse, what is use, what is misuse? Okay, that discussion is there. For that we have to say other mantras which will guide us. That I have been telling that to understand one mantra we need the support of different other mantras which are complementary to it. So you take them together, yes, you will know what is the right cause, what is not the right cause. But we should be alert enough even while spending our wealth, even while using our wealth. That's what it emphasizes on. Na papatvaya rasiya.
Sharmaji, I have a question. One time you say that the money that we earn or something like that has to be known not for the interest or like no debt.
Interest? Please repeat again.
Like this is incident happened like a couple of years ago. My mom family came and he has a business that he put the money in a market and put it in interest or something like that. Do you think that money is the right way to earn it or?
I'm not referring to any particular case, but general things I tell you. Of course, helping others with our money is fine. Because they need some wealth, they are in trouble, that's fine. But too much of, or that loan giving aspect I have discussed. That is, enjoy wealth first and then earn and return it. Now that attitude itself is not acceptable for Vedas. First we work, then we enjoy.
So like, so he asked me like, you know, if you have $5,000, you can give it to me, and every month I give it to you a little bit, or maybe in a lump sum I give it to you whenever you need it. So I say like I never did it, so I don't want to do it. But do you think it's the right way to do it? Because
loan or taking loan or enjoying it first is not at all acceptable for Vedas.
Okay.
First we have to generate wealth. After generating wealth, we get the right to enjoy that wealth. Now in the case of debt or loan or any such thing, there is no generation of wealth. First I want to enjoy, first I want money. And later I am going to repay it. So this very way of thinking itself, Veda says it is distorted.
Okay. But if we want to do... if we want to do it like right thing, like for good purpose, if I want to use that money, I'm not going to use it for my enjoyment.
First thing is I have to survive. So for my survival, I use it, that's okay. Not enjoy, not luxurious life. I have to exist. I have to survive. For my survival, whatever I use, that is first thing is okay. Then, we have got so many other things that are necessary for social living. Say for example, we want trees. So planting of trees is good for me as well as the whole society and for the whole world. So if I spend some money on planting of trees and maintaining it, yes, that's a good way of spending it.
Okay.
Just an example I am telling. Maybe I establish a hospital. So hospital, yes, people need it. But we have to first educate them not to get disease. That's the first thing. That is prevention we have to mention. And in spite of doing that, if there is some disturbance in health, okay, healthcare centers, where it is not commercial, I stress it, it's not commercial. On social basis, we may have some health centers. Excellent. Maybe some education centers. So when I say education centers, I am not telling the formal education that we are seeing today, where we equip our children to become money-making machines. No, that's not the one. Real education means to teach them about the values of life and to lead a better human life. Okay, if such a center is there, okay, we'll participate in it. It also needs some infrastructure, it needs some paraphernalia and other things. Okay, I have little money beyond my survival, then I will share it with them. That's a good way of spending. Just a few examples I am telling. But here, there is no question of lending, taking interest and allowing them to enjoy first and then repay. But when I say these things in the modern context, it appears a bit peculiar. But that is what Vedas say. And if you take the Vedas seriously and do it, yes, the whole economic structure of any society will improve wonderfully. That I can say. These modern concepts of economics, lot of things are to be reviewed and changed.
Yeah, because
but
he said like,
concepts are fundamental. Tell me.
He told me like, since the money in my account, which one is the $2,000-$3,000, here you're going to get 1% interest in the bank. You
Correct.
give it to me, and that money that you're going to earn, you can use it for good purpose, like for the education or something, like somebody need it. You can use that money. I was like, I don't know I should do it that way or not.
Just stop.
And I haven't done it yet. So, but since you told me one time, it just strike me.
Yes, Sharmaji.
Hello?
Yes, Sharmaji. We can see you and hear you.
Okay. It is a good question Madam Goswami was asking. But I again want to emphasize on the Vedic philosophy, which concentrates on two things. One is the way of earning. Second one is the way we spend it. Both have to be right. Now, lending money and getting interest, that part is not okay. But whatever money we earn in that way, spending on the right cost, that part is okay. It's 50% okay, not 100%. Earning also should be in the right way, and spending also should be on the right way. Say I go for a lottery or horse racing or any such thing. Okay, I make good money. And after making good money, I'll spend it for good cause. That part is okay. Spending it for good cause is okay. But what is the way of earning? We have got a problem there. So it is, if I am allowed to say, it is something like a Robin Hood concept. So Robin Hood actually gets the money in the wrong way, but spending is good. That is robbed Peter to pay Paul, something like that. Paying Paul is fine. Paul needs it, Paul deserves it, okay, we pay Paul. But to pay Paul, how do you get it? I have to rob Peter. So that part is not acceptable. So I have to earn it in the right way and also spend it in the right way. So both are very important for the stability and health of economy of any society. So what is said, the first 50% we have got a problem. Second 50% is okay. But both we have to balance. Both we have to balance.
Sharmaji, I have a question.
Please.
Sharmaji, now when you refer to these mantras, so like now for instance about wealth, it's there in Rig Veda, it's there in Yajurveda, Atharva Veda. You bring references from different Vedas. Like also, for instance, the Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat, you said that it's there in Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharva Veda, but here it is Yajurveda.
Right.
So now, if this is the case, if there is reference of one subject in almost all the Vedas, then how are these 4 Vedas actually divided?
Okay. In broad sense, I can tell you. This Rig Veda is knowledge predominant, theory predominant. I'm telling predominant. Predominant means it doesn't mean that it doesn't have the other angles of it. It is knowledge predominant. Yajurveda is action predominant, that is the application of it. And this Samaveda is Upasana predominant. The nearest word I can say for Upasana is devotion, bhakti. Upasana predominant. And Atharva Veda is technology predominant. Technology or science and technology predominant. Now when I say Rig Veda is predominant with theory, we do have in that karma, we do have in that upasana, we do have it the technology aspect of it also in Rig Veda. But predominance is for theory and knowledge. So if the same mantra is repeated in say Rig Veda and also in Yajurveda, fine, mantra is the same, but the way we look at it, the perspective is different. From the theory perspective, we look at it in Rig Veda, and from the application perspective, we look at it in Yajurveda. The perspective changes. The same mantra. And sometimes what happens, in Rig Veda itself, a few mantras are repeated. Something in first mandala, something again in 8th mandala, like that. There, it is the perspective as well as the context. The same thing can be understood in a different context. But whatever be the context, whatever be the predominance, ultimately they are all convergent. That I want to stress. They are all convergent and we don't find any contradiction in them. As long as they are convergent and complementary, excellent. We have no problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So on this basis, the classification is there. And these classification are not watertight compartments. That I stress. They are not watertight compartments. They are all complementary to one another. The next one. This ticket na papatvaya rasiya Rigveda 7.32.18. 7.32.18. So in simple words we say Rigveda is Jnana Pradhana, Yajurveda is Karma Pradhana, Samaveda is Upasana Pradhana. That Pradhana is predominance. And Atharva Veda is Vijnana Pradhana. Next. Na rishyate, second sha. Na rishyate, tvavata sakha, न रिष्यते त्वावतः त्वावतः सखा त्वावतः सखा न रिष्यते त्वावतः सखा. Rigveda 1.91.8. Rishyate, Risha Himsayam. Observe, Risha Himsayam. Now Sakha. So that Kha is, the root is Kya Prakathane. Kya Prakathane. That is to speak about. Kya Prakathane. To it added this Sa. So they explain it as Samana Khyano Bhavati. Samana Khyano Bhavati. Kya Prakathane is to speak about, and Samana Khyana means to speak about in equal terms. So Sakha ultimately means friends, friendship. Sakhya is friendship, Sakha is friend. And friendship is always between equals. In any respect, friendship always will be between equals. Say a person is more intelligent and another person is less intelligent. So the relationship between them will be of teacher and student, not friendship. And the relationship between mother and the child, we call it as Vatsalya. Vatsa. Vatsa is the child. Vatsalya, not friendship. So if a person is rich, another person is poor, and the relationship between them will be employer-employee, not friendship. Now the relationship between a husband and wife is friendship. So when you say friendship, equality is the prerequisite. Now here, Sakha many times is referred to the relationship between Satchit and Satchidananda. So here there is a bit of liberal thinking. Actually Satchit and Satchidananda are not equal. But in broad sense, they have some common features. Therefore, they are considered Sakha. Satchit also has got knowledge. Satchidananda also has got knowledge. So, if we consider only to this extent, yes, they are Sakha. But what is the depth of knowledge? Okay, Satchidananda is omniscient and the knowledge of Satchit is limited. Now they are different. So from one perspective they are friends, from another perspective they are not. So there is a trend in Vedas to define the relationship between Satchit and Satchidananda as Sakhya, Sakha. Strictly it's not. Strictly it's not. Broadly, yes, okay. Because the Chit part is common to both. Now, the meaning of this is Narishyate Tvavata Sakha. Tvavata Sakha, your friend. Those who are in your friendship. Narishyate will not be hurt. Rishyate Himsayam will not be hurt.
One minute, sir.
Now this is from the Satchit point of view. Satchidananda can never be hurt, is always bliss, fine. But if Satchit feels that Satchidananda is there and Satchidananda is my friend, yes, that Satchit will not get hurt. That is the meaning of it. Narishyate tvavata sakha.
Sharmaji, what is tvavata?
Tvavata is your. Tvam, from tvam it comes. Tvavataha. One who takes you as a friend, that you is tvavataha. That is God, Satchidananda. One who takes you as your friend once, one who feels you as his friend, yes, he will not get hurt. He will not get into any problem. Or even if he gets into a problem, he will not be afraid of it. He cannot be bogged down by that. Tvavata is your. Simple. Your. So in simple terms, I can say so. Echo disconnect ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. ಮಂಜುಳಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಇಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಆಲಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಬಂದಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಬಂದು ಇನ್ನೊಂಚೂರು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನೊಂಚೂರು ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ. ಓಕೆ. Actually, the relationship between Satchidanand and Satchit is actually of the master and the bhakta. That's the actual relationship. And this relationship between the master and bhakta, in broad sense, is considered sakha. So it's in a way brings the bhakta closer to Satchidananda. That feeling brings them closer. Now, because a person is the sakha or the bhakta, yes, they will not be hurt. How? Very simple. Now, the meaning of the bhakta or bhakti nowadays has been defined in so many different ways, but not based on the root. That's the problem. So you chant Bhagavan Nama, so you are a bhakta. Maybe you dance, so you become a bhakta. Maybe you have so many marks on your forehead or face. Maybe like this, or maybe like this, or maybe like this, something. So many ways are there. So if you do all those things, you demonstrate that you are a bhakta. Like this, bhakta or bhakti is defined in different ways. But what the actual meaning of bhakti is, or bhakta is, something different based on the root. So the root we will go to it. Bhaja vibhajane. Bhaja vibhajane. Another root is there. Bhaja sevayam. Bhaja sevayam. Bhaja vibhajane. Bhaja sevayam. So with the help of these two roots, the word bhakti or bhakta is derived. Now the first one, bhaja vibhajane. Bhaja vibhajane means to divide and share. To divide, to share. And in that sense also we have used this word bhaga. You have heard of the word bhaga? This is my share. So in that sense we use the word bhaga. That is from the root. Bhaja vibhajane. To divide, to share. Then the second one, bhaja sevaya. It means to make it our own. To make it our own. The secondary tertiary meaning it is service. Seva is service. But the primary meaning of seva is to consume, to make it our own, to assimilate. To assimilate. So this meaning is very clear when we use the word Aushad Sevana. Aushada Sevana. That is, we take the medicine, we assimilate and make it our own. To consume, to make it our own, to assimilate. That is Sevana. So Bhaja Sevaya. Now if I put these two roots together, towards whom I got devotion, their qualities I have to share and make it my own. That is real bhakti. I have got bhakti in something. So the qualities of it I have to share and make it my own. Imbibe, assimilate. Then I am a true bhakta of it. So the simple example I generally give is, say I am a Rama Bhakta. So what does it mean? It's not having the photo of Rama. It's not lighting camphor before the photo of Rama. It's not worshipping with flowers. But to share the qualities of Rama and make it my own and practice it in my life. If I give the opposite or negative meaning of it, yes, we'll be able to understand easily. I am a Rama Bhakta and I have just only 3 wives. How is it possible? Rama was an Ekapatni Vratastha. So if I am a Rama Bhakta, I should also have just one wife. So I am a devotee of Buddha and I eat meat regularly. It doesn't fit. Because Buddha upheld non-violence, ahimsa. So I claim I am a devotee of Buddha and himsa is part of my life. It won't fit in. That is, we have to share the qualities of the person in whom we have got bhakti and make it our own. Only then there is some meaning for the word bhakti, bhakta. So Satchidanand, if I am a devotee of Satchidanand, the divine qualities of Satchidanand I have to share and make it my own. And to that extent I claim I am his friend because I have shared and made it my own, and to that extent I am equal to him. In the broad sense, not in the strict sense. So these are all the different ways of understanding the word Sakha. Bhakti, Bhakta. So one who is a friend, one who is a Bhakta of God will never be hurt. Because from the Bhakta's point of view, he always knows that the one and the only friend, the one and the only guide, the one and the only preceptor is Satchidananda. So when he opens up his mind to Satchidananda, yes, he can share the knowledge of Satchidananda and he also becomes knowledgeable and that knowledge helps him to tide over his difficulties. So he will not be hurt. So it is Rig Veda 1.91.8. And the next one. Na steyam admi. Na steyam admi. Steyam admi. Na steyam admi. Atharva 14.1.57. 14.1.57 Atharva. Na steyam admi. Admi. The root is adbhakshane. Adbhakshane.
Sharma ji, this is Keshav. I have one question. Like
Please.
Rama was a Kshatriya, right?
Right?
So definitely he used to eat meat.
Ha.
But if we argue the same thing with our like the other Guruji and other people, they will be like upset. So like, but as per my knowledge, all Kshatriyas they used to eat meat.
1 second. Take it off. 1 second, sir.
Yeah, no.
Now the contention that Kshatriyas are meat eaters, that itself there is something wrong with that. 1 second. Now you can note down one reference.
Yes, sir.
This is Rig Veda 10.66.8. 10.66.8 Rig Veda.
Okay.
So this mantra defines the duties of a Kshatriya. This mantra defines the duties of a Kshatriya and how he should lead his life. The guidelines are there in this. Now here it says, a few words only I am telling. Dhritavrataha. Dhritavrataha. One word. Dhritavrataha. So regarding vrata, I have spoken extensively earlier also. Vrata means following something, practicing something without discontinuity. That is vrata. Dhrita vrata means they uphold certain vratas. They uphold certain vratas. That's for Kshatriyas, they are telling. Now in the vratas, the very first one is ahimsa. Ahimsa vrata is very first one. So Kshatriyas have to follow ahimsa vrata. Then another word is there. Yajna nishkritaha. Yajna nishkritaha. In the same mantra. Yajna nishkritaha. That is, who are purified by following good practices. That's yajna. Those who are purified by the good practices. So when I say yajna, it means once again non-violence. Yajno vai shreshtatamam karma, the best deed. To save an animal and to butcher an animal. Between the two, it's very clear that to save an animal, to protect an animal is the best thing. That is yajna. Yajno vai shreshtatamam karma. Then, another one, adhvaranam abhishriyaha. Adhvaranam abhishriyaha. It's the same thing again in the same mantra about Kshatriyas. Adhvaranam abhishriyaha. Adhvara, this I have discussed several times. Dhvara is dhvara iti himsa karma. Tat pratishedhaha adhvaram. Dhvara iti himsa karma. Tat pratishedha, prohibition of it is adhvara. So adhvaranam abhishriyaha means those who practice and uphold adhvara. Adhvara is non-violence. So I have given just 3 words of that mantra, where all these 3 words say that Kshatriyas are definitely non-violent.
Sharma ji, how can
They are
Kshatriyas
ahimsa
be
vrata
non-violent?
palanas. Then, one more thing. The very name of Kshatriya, the very word Kshatriya, it means Kshatat trayata iti Kshatriyaha. Kshatat trayata iti Kshatriyaha. Trayata, the root is trying palane. Trying palane. Palana is to protect. Kshata means blow, harm. So one who protects from harm, one who protects us from blow is a Kshatriya, not the one who gives a blow. It's totally the opposite. The one who protects us from blow is called as a Kshatriya. Now this is a basic concept of a Kshatriya according to Vedas. But in practice over thousands of years, they have been misinterpreting Kshatriya as one who gives blow to others, who hurts others, maybe enemies. And for him, eating meat is a must. But we don't have such a meaning in that word Kshatriya. It's a misinterpretation. The right interpretation, just now I have told you and given the proof also from the Rigveda mantra. Kshatriyas are supposed to protect not just their human subjects, but also the animal world. It's their duty.
But Sharma ji,
Tell me.
even Dasharatha and other people, they used to do the hunting. So Kshatriyas, as per your meaning and whatever it is, like I don't know whether the story is true or not, but in Puranas usually we read like Dasharatha when he used a bow and it went and hit this Ravana Kumar. So we have so many stories, right?
Right.
So he wanted to do the hunting. So in place of the animal, he hit the person. So these are the stories what we read.
Okay. Now, let the story be like that. I will discuss it a little later.
Okay.
Now, we have got 2 things here. We have got 2 things we have to understand. That is, this Ramayana or Mahabharata, whatever we are seeing today, is not, repeat, is not interpolation free. When I say interpolation, you should be able to understand. That is, someone writing something and putting it in. It's not the original thing. Valmiki, yes, is the author of Ramayana, but everything in Ramayana is not written by Valmiki. Some XYZ has written some shloka in Sanskrit and has interpolated it into Ramayana. Of course, Vyasa is the author of Mahabharata, but so many other people have created their own shlokas and have infused it into Mahabharata. So the Mahabharata or the Ramayana, what we are seeing today, they are not interpolation free. It's a very important that we have to understand. I'll prove it with a simple example. There's Mahabharata. Say it was originally called as Jaya. That was the original name given to Mahabharata, Jaya. And that was written by Vyasa. And it contained 24,000 shlokas. Jaya was the first original text written by Vyasa. And then it was not called neither Bharata nor Mahabharata. It was called as Jaya. And it contained 24,000 shlokas. As time passed, as the same thing was passed on from generation to generation, that Jaya became Bharata, and over a period that Bharata has become Mahabharata, and today it has got 1,25,000 plus shlokas. 1,25,000 plus shlokas. Now, you can imagine the amount of interpolation into it. The original thing is 24,000, whereas its present volume is 1,25,000 plus. So that is the amount of interpolation that has taken place into it. So it's a very difficult thing for us to segregate what is original, what is not original. Of course, we can do it, and the only scale that we can have is the Vedas. Because Vyasa was a great scholar of Vedas. That's why he was called as Vedavyas. Vedavyas, he was a scholar of Veda. Valmiki also was a great scholar of Veda. So in Ramayana also the same problem is there. So we have to segregate. That is one exercise that we have to do. Say in Ramayana, I'll give you a small example. After the death of Dasharatha, Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugna, they all perform the Shraddha karma of Dasharatha. That's what is said in Ramayana. But this Shraddha karma is totally anti-Vedic. We don't find that in Vedas. So someone who wanted to propagate this Shraddha karma, yes, they have written some shlokas and have just interpolated it into Ramayana and said, Rama, Lakshmana themselves, they have performed Shraddha karma of their father after death. So why not you do it? But it's anti-Vedic. So like that, such interpolations are there in Ramayana, in Mahabharata, in so many such texts. So you should be very careful. And one more example I will give you. You have heard of the story of Ahalya in Ramayana?
Yes, sir.
Ahalya?
Yes, sir.
What is that? Can you just tell me in short?
I don't remember the sage name. She was being cursed by her husband. Yeah, Gautama.
Gautama's wife is Ahalya. Okay.
She has been cursed by her husband to be a stone. Then when Rama touches that stone, she will be, she will get the mukti. That's what I read.
Right. This is a story that we have heard. But if you go to the original Ramayana, which is prevalent even today, you don't find the stone story in that. We have not seen that. On the contrary, we find that when Rama Lakshmana come to the ashram of Gautama, they prostrate before Ahalya and take her blessing. That's what is there. Ramayana, the present day Ramayana, what I have got, you go through the original text of today. There is no story that Ahalya was a stone and Rama touched her with his foot and she became Ahalya. Such a thing is not at all there. Don't believe me. Just see that portion in Ramayana, what is available now. We do have English translations. We have got Sanskrit shlokas. There is no that stone story. But whenever we listen to the word Ahalya, immediately that the stone story comes to our mind. Totally false. Totally baseless. You see, this is a problem what we have got. So, whatever is said in Ramayana or whatever is said in Mahabharata, I cannot take it on its face value as it is. There are so many problems. Okay, that is one. Then coming to hunting. Hunting doesn't mean killing. Hunting is to control. Yes, sometimes it so happens that we have got clear distinct areas where human beings live and forests where animals live. But sometimes it so happens that mostly because of human problem, they interfere with the animal world, and the animal world or the animals are forced to get into the human habitation. So at such junctures, yes, someone has to control them and send them back to their forests. That is hunting. Hunting doesn't mean killing. It is controlling and sending them back to their territory. So the territorial thing has to be maintained between the animals and the human beings. Mostly the human beings trespass these territorial things and the animal world is disturbed. Animals by themselves, they don't have the tendency to cross this territory, to trespass. They don't do it. But because of human problem, it happens, and at such junctures, yes, we will be forced to send them back to their territory and control them, and that is hunting. Hunting doesn't mean killing. These are all some wrong interpretations what we have got into. That is the second point. And third point, you spoke about this Shravana Kumara and Dasharatha shooting an arrow and that hitting Shravana Kumar and the death of Shravana Kumar, something said. Now, the whole thing is based on one technique of shooting arrows that is called Shabdavedi.
Shabdavedi, yeah.
Right? Shabdavedi. That is to hit the source of sound. To hit the source of sound, even when I am not able to see. I listen to the source of sound and shoot an arrow. That is called Shabdavedi. If Dasharatha is really an expert in Shabdavedi, and if he shoots the arrow, where he should hit it? Should it hit Shravana Kumar or should it hit the part which was really making the sound? You tell me, let us apply our mind.
Yeah, the part which
The sound is not coming from the heart of Shravana Kumar. The sound is coming from the pot into which he is filling the water.
Yes.
So if the arrow is shot by Dasharatha using Shabdavedi, it hits the pot and not Shravana Kumar. It's a very simple thing. So Shravana Kumar was not hit by the arrow, but the pot was hit and he loses that pot. Now that's the beauty of it. Now the story about this is totally misinterpreted and interpolated in Ramayana, which doesn't support the very concept of Shabdavedi. So these are some of the problems. So because of these problems, we cannot take them on their face value and depend on them. But Veda Mantra is very clear that it says, even a Kshatriya has to practice Ahimsa Vrata. Is one who is strong in following Ahimsa Vrata. And his intention is to protect people from onslaughts. He is a Kshatriya. He is not one who just fights with other people, kills them and do something, etc., etc. He is not a Kshatriya at all, as per Vedas. It should be very clear. Kshatriya is a protector, not one who hurts. The root of the meaning of Kshatriya as hitting others, killing others, hunting, is all from non-Vedic sources. Non-Vedic sources. As you refer to as Puranas and Itihasa, they call it, that is Ramayana and Bharata, which are interpolated, they are all the sources of it. But if I study Veda and adhere to Vedic guidelines, such a thing is not there. Come. I think I am clear about that. Now is a point to understand, to discuss and review whatever we know about it as on date. As on date, whatever we know or whatever we are given to know, yes, we have got a lot of problems. And all these problems can be solved only when we deeply study the Vedas and the contention of Vedas. That's why I am stressing on Vedas and Vedas and Vedas again and again. You get the right perspective. Then next, Nasteyam Admi, we are discussing about that. Admi Adabhakshane. Adabhakshane. Steya is to steal, stealthy. Steya, stealthy. You find some close relationship in pronunciation. Steya, stealthy. Yes, that is the meaning of it. Many words like that we have seen so far. This is also one. Steya, stealthy. To be precise, in classic English, they don't pronounce this ta. This ta, they pronounce it ta only. So it's not actually stealthy. The right pronunciation is stealthy. So that's stealthy and steya, very close. We use the word moonlight, but in classical English they say moonlight. Bright, we use that ta is pronounced, but they say bright. Light, bright. That's how they pronounce in classical English. So this is stealthy, stealthy and steya. That is, na is prohibitive. Admi is to eat, to enjoy, bhakshana. So I will not enjoy anything stealthily. That's the meaning of it. I will not enjoy, I will not eat anything stealthily. Now this is piece of the mantra which is generally used in the ritual of marriage, the ritual of wedding. So in Vaidika Vivaha Samskara, the Vedic wedding, the Vedic marriage, we have got three important stages or phases. The first one we call it as Panigrahana. Panigrahana. The direct meaning is holding the hand. The groom holds the hand of the bride and gives some promises as to how I will lead life tomorrow with you. That is Panigrahana. Then the second, another important phase is Laja Homa. Laja Homa. Laja is puffed rice. Laja is puffed rice. So when you heat this paddy a little, then it blooms, and that we call it as Laja. Aralu Kannadadalli. Aralu. Aralu andre adu blooming in it. In this Laja Homa, the bride gives some promises to the groom that this is the way I am going to lead life with you. This is the way I behave in our joint life. And the third one is both of them coming into common understanding about several things, and that is called as Saptapadi. That Saptapadi we have discussed already. Panigrahana, Laja Homa, Saptapadi. Three important phases of Vedic Vivaha Samskar, Vivaha ritual. So in Panigrahana, where the groom gives so many promises to the bride, in one of the mantras this appears, Nasteyamadmi. Nasteyamadmi. So he promises the bride that in our joint life I shall be faithful to you. I shall be faithful to you. I shall never transgress. I shall never enjoy anything stealthily. My life before you shall be 100% transparent. I shall be bound to you. I will not leave you alone and go out and enjoy for myself. That too stealthily, I will not do it. So this is a part of the promise what he gives in Panigrahana. Nasteyamadmi. Now the sorry aspect of it is, today they do perform vivahas, weddings, marriage, and they chant the mantras, and unfortunately the Purohit doesn't know the meaning of the mantras. So the Purohit himself doesn't know the meaning of the mantras. How can he explain it to the bride or the groom? So chanting of these mantras has become mechanical. But if these mantras are understood and chanted, and these promises are taken to heart by the groom, lot of extramarital relationships and problems will be avoided at initio, from the very beginning. It's a very big problem. It's a very big problem. Extramarital relationships. And it's spreading like a forest wildfire. There is no commitment between husband and wife. Most of the time they just live in together, but they are not faithful to one another. This we are seeing, and a problem of this has spread into manifold problems. Husband and wife being faithful to one another is very, very important to build a strong family. And only strong families can result in a strong society. So husband and wife being faithful to one another is the crux of the whole issue. Now this is a stress on that. This emphasizes on that. And the groom promises that I shall be faithful to you, I shall not transgress, I shall not stealthily do anything. Now that's the meaning of Nasteyamana. And only when the husband and wife are faithful to one another, the relationship between them is strong, and the family will be having certain values in it, and children who are brought up in such a family, they become wonderful citizens of the world. If the family itself is disturbed, the husband is not faithful to the wife is not faithful to the husband, the whole family environment will be disturbed, and the same disturbance gets into the life of the children, and they also get spoiled. We are seeing it around us. They become mentally disturbed. Now to avoid all those things, the very first thing is the husband and wife being faithful to one another. And this is a mantra where the groom promises the bride that I shall be faithful to you and I shall not do anything stealthily. Whatever I do, it will be with your knowledge. Nasti. This is Nasteyamagni Atharva 14.157. 14.157. The next one. Nabhiraham. Nabhiraham. Rayinam. Nabhiraham. Rayinam. Nabhihi. Samananam. Nabhiraham Rayinam. Nabhihi. Samananam. Bhuyasam. Nabhiraham Rayinam. Nabhihi. Samananam. Bhuyasam. Atharva 16.4.1. Atharva 16.4.1. Nabhiraham Rayinam. Nabhihi Samananam Bhuyasam. This is Atharva 16.4.1. Okay, we will discuss about it in the next session.